Oh, what a beautiful day. Welcome to Tuesday afternoon. Today I want to share a quote from George Burns, who said, "I'd rather be a failure at something that I love than a success at something that I hate." Now, speaking as a person who has stayed in a job for quite a long time that I no longer enjoyed, I don't know that I would say that I hated it, but there was no joy left in it for me. I stayed there for a very simple reason. I had a mortgage to pay, needed to put a roof over my wife's head, and I needed to make sure that there was food in her belly, because she gets angry when I don't do that, rightfully so. But there came a point where I needed to leave that job, and I knew it. Even though the money was great, and other people in my life would say things like, "You're insane, you're leaving this job with all this excellent pay, full benefits, all this stuff, to do what?" I says, "I don't know. But I can't stay here. It's killing me." So if you're in a position like that, where you're working a job that maybe you don't despise it, but it's certainly not letting you live a fulfilled, happy, joy-filled life, and a life of gratitude, I would highly encourage you today to grab a pen and paper and sit down for half an hour and see if you can't first list all the things you think you'd love to do instead of what you're doing now. Because that's a great place to start. What do you love to do, and how can you do that in a way that people will pay you buckets of money? Because it's possible. It's always possible. But the first thing is to set your sights on, what is the thing that you'd really like to do, instead of this thing that's basically killing your soul. And then spend a little time figuring out, well, of all these things I would love to do, what are my top three? And then out of those top three, what do you think are the ones what's the single one that you could easiest, quickest, and most effectively transform into a new career, a new life for you, where you will be living in that joy, the gratitude, and doing the thing that you love, like Burns talks about. Because that's where true joy comes from, is doing the things that we love and being rewarded for them. A lot of people don't do that. And, I was one of them for a long time. And there's always rationalizations for why we stay. I certainly had mine, you'll have yours. But at the end of the day, there comes that tipping point where you just know you have to do something different. You can't stay here anymore. So make that list and just figure out. It doesn't mean you need to make the decision today. It doesn't even mean you need to make the decision this year. But you need to start planning the exit strategy now so that you're not stuck here for the rest of your life. Because who wants to live a life of regret? Who wants to live a life of not doing the things that we love? I mean, I get to stand on this mountainside talking to you. I mean, honestly, that's one of the most amazing things I could possibly do. So find your mountain, find the thing you love to do, and figure out a way to do it. Because if you stay in that place, in that job that you hate, it's going to kill your soul. It's going to make you unhappy. It's going to make everyone around you unhappy. And that's just not a way to live. It really isn't. Now, this change is terrifying. Don't get me wrong. When I left a six-figure job and had no idea what I was going to do for money, scary. But I still knew it was the right decision, even though I had no clue where the next paycheck was coming from. But I figured it out, and so will you. So have a fantastic rest of your day, and if you want a little help talking through this stuff, just get a hold of me. It's really easy. Go to ChristopherDarmani.org and just reach out to me there, and we can have a chat. I would love to hear where you're at now, why it's killing you, and where you want to go and how you want to get there. Or you don't know how you want to get there, but you want to just be able to talk it out. Because we live in this world where nobody wants to listen anymore. And if you're in that place where you know a change needs to happen, but no one's listening, get a hold of me. I'll listen. With that, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Bye-bye.